Hey everybody, welcome back to H&S Collectibles. This is Cody, and yeah, this is, I guess, the bi-weekly haul. I did not do a haul video last Sunday because it was such a light week. I only had one item, and I thought it was a 4K, and I thought, well, maybe I'll show the one item and do a review of the movie, and I did not get around to that either. Instead, I went out in my shop and started building the record player table that I've been working on, and then from there jumped on to building a table for the dining room. So that's been my quarantine hobby, I guess, is getting out in the shop and building stuff. And now I've gotten to the point of doing varnish, you know, which is put it on, let it sit for a day or two at a time, and I'll be going with at least 4 coats. So it's going to be a few days before they're ready, and then it's going to be a few days before. I always say it's going to be a few days to let them stop stinking before I bring them in, but I'll probably bring them in. And then, but the record player table I might leave just because I want that varnish to cure good, you know, before setting the weight of a record player table on it. I don't want the legs to, you know, stick to the varnish. So anyway, enough rambling about that. That's what I've been doing. That's what's been holding everything up. But getting into the haul itself, so a few things come in the mail this week, and then I had a couple of different things sent my way, and one I wanted to show off. This is something that my father-in-law sent over for me. Not horror, but sci-fi related, and pretty cool. I have no idea of the age of it, but I've got a couple of other lunch boxes in the collection. Looks like it did have a thermos at one point, which is not with it now, but anyway, a lunch box for the $6 Million Man. Very cool. You know, there he is on the side talking. You know, hitting some guys with a tree on this side, and I thought this was pretty cool. On the inside is a safety message about what kids ought to be doing. Be safe at school, you know, cross the street, playgrounds. Yeah, don't play in the street. Playgrounds are better places to meet. Learn all the rules of the game you play. You'll be safer if done the proper way. So that's just kind of cool. A little piece of kind of nostalgia here. Probably end up being the oldest one. The other old lunchbox I have, it's a metal one, is a Gremlins lunchbox. It's not on display in the living room or anything. It's actually still sitting in my parents' basement. But the ones I have, I know, on display in the living room is a Army of Darkness lunchbox from NECA, and a Dawn of the Dead lunchbox. I forget the brand on it, but I know the Army of Darkness one is NECA. So thanks to my father-in-law for sending that, and then we'll get into the things I got in the mail. So the one that I got in the mail last week that I thought about doing a review on was VFW with William Sadler, Fred Williamson, Stephen Lang, Martin Cove. I really like this. I went ahead and watched it the night I got it. The Blu-ray was back ordered for like 5 weeks, and I think for $2 more I could get the 4K and get it right away. So I did that through Amazon. But yeah, it's a bunch of old guys in a VFW. Along with one young soldier who stopped for a drink on his way home, battling a gang that are trying to break into the VFW. So it felt a lot like Assault on Precinct 13 meets, I thought, RoboCop 2, because the punks are on or after a drug that is so highly addictive that people will do anything for it. And the way they described the drug just made me think of Nuke in RoboCop 2. I don't know why. Then I got this, and this is one I'll shoot a separate video on it later at some point, but I saw this in Mark of Horrors stuff. Actually, I found it just looking up alien things, and then I saw it later on his video, so I went ahead and got it. But it's a loot crate of a Xenomorph checking his phone, taking a face hugger out for a walk. Pretty cool, pretty cute when it's set up. And if you want one of these, just go look it up on Amazon. It was like $6.50 with, I don't think it was Prime shipping, but I think it was free shipping for $6.50. Then something else in the mail. Definitely not a purchase item for me, but Drew over at Hey Isn't That Devon Graham, he sent me this Trick or Treat Deluxe Halloween 2 mask, and a copy of Malevolence 2, which I have not seen this. Seen part 1, so I'm looking forward to that. These were prize winnings from his 577 subs contest, and I was real excited. I was excited that I won, but I wasn't too stoked, because when I tried one of these things on at a store, it did not fit because my head is rather large. But when I tried this one on, it fits. So I don't know why that is, or maybe it's a different production run. I read somewhere that the older ones fit larger heads. Yeah, I'm gonna work on his hair a little bit, get him on a display stand of some kind, and put him in the living room on another one of the new shelves that I've built. So thank you, Drew, for that. I had a separate video on it, but wanted to throw it in there. Something else in the mail, not horror or sci-fi, but snatched it up for just a few bucks, and I recently watched it. A guilty pleasure movie for me, Death Wish 3. This one is so kind of cheesy and over the top, but I love it. If I had to pick a favorite from the Death Wish series, I'm going to go with part 2. But 3 is a lot of fun, good time. Then, at the insistence of Andrew Ballina, I hadn't ever watched Wolf Creek. So I ordered Wolf Creek off Amazon. I'm going to watch it soon, and I will let you know what I think of it, Andrew. Maybe I'll even try to do a review video on it. Then I ordered a couple of these, but the other one hasn't shown up yet. So I got on Zavi and ordered a couple of their steelbooks, and one of them has came, the other one hasn't. Should be any day, I hope, because they shipped right around the same time. But this is The Walking Dead Season 3 Zavi Steelbook. And there's Michonne on the cover with the prison in the background. I thought about getting this and giving it away as a, like in my 500 subscribers contest, because I'm planning on giving away steelbooks. But when I look at my collection, I've got Walking Dead Seasons 1, 2, and 4 on Blu-ray, so I think I'm going to go ahead and hang on to this and make it part of the collection, because I did really like the 4th seasons. It wasn't until the later seasons where they lost me. It just kind of got drug out, and I sort of lost interest in it. Let's see, and then 3 bigger items here. And there's a separate video out there for this. It's got a lot of views, so you probably already watched it, but the Child's Play. Waxwork Records, colored vinyl. Awesome colors on this. Awesome artwork inside the vinyl, or the sleeve. I keep them in these plastic sleeves, so I'm not going to bother getting it out. There's a separate video just within the last couple days, so go check it out if you want to see it. But like I said, really cool color. There's also a separate video for this. This came this week. This is The Thing soundtrack on colored vinyl. It's a 2-record set, and 1 record is One record is the original score by Ennio Morricone, and the second record is the lost cues from John Carpenter. So John Carpenter's synthesizer cues, the little snippets he did in the movie, the tapes are lost, is what they've said. So they don't exist anymore. Him and his son, and I think it's Daniel Davies that plays the guitar for him. I guess they got together and re-recorded some of it, and it's not as close to the original as I would hope. I hope to God someday somebody finds those tapes, because some of his synth work in that movie is just incredible. There's just such a feeling of dread to it, and I don't think that there was another movie to me that really hit those low, sustained tones that really captured dread, other than Christine. Christine is a soundtrack of, his original score soundtrack for it that comes to mind when I try to compare it to what he did for The Thing, which was minimal, but it bridged certain scenes, and it bridged different pieces of Morricone's score together. So, and then the last item, I haven't shot a video of it yet, but there's going to be one soon. I hope to get out by Tuesday or Friday. But the Halloween 3 Trick-or-Treaters NECA set. And first off, I love the box work on this. It's a very, you can see the glowing kind of glare. It's a very, what am I looking for? Semi-gloss kind of finish. Yeah, not quite matte, not shiny, just somewhere in the middle. This part of the cover, the face and the title is raised, if you can see it in the glare there. And of course you got the silver shamrock on the back, and try to show them there to you without too much glare. Find it, yeah. You get the 3 trick-or-treaters. They each come with a treat bag. They each come with a couple different hands, and then you get alternate heads for them with the worms and the snakes crawling out. And then I'm trying to make it change. The TV is lenticular and goes back and forth between the flashing pumpkin and the silver shamrock logo. So I picked that up at my my toy store that I like to frequent, and they've actually had it in there for me for weeks, but everything was shut down because of the COVID crap. So anyway, that is the bi-weekly haul. That's everything I've got in the past couple weeks. I think I've got some records coming this week. No more movies right now. And yeah, probably just waiting to get out. Still not really going anywhere. Just working on my wood projects I was talking about. Keeping the yard mowed meticulously. Just stuff to occupy the time. Watching some shows I haven't watched. Getting caught up on several different things. So I hope everybody out there is staying safe. That you're staying healthy and everything's fine. We'll see what things look like as things start to reopen. My wife and I have already talked about it a little bit, and we said, if things look good, then we might venture out and hit a couple of the stores that we like to frequent, probably sometime next month, is what I'm thinking is, what's going to be comfortable for us. So she can go and look for some of her scrapbook stuff. Maybe I can go and look for some used Blu-rays and DVDs of the disc replay. But in the meantime, yeah, that's what I got. So, but come back and see me. There's going to be the Halloween 3 toy video for sure. Couple figures, Dr. Tongue, my Dr. Tongue figure. I'm working on a little wood background for him. There'll be Bub, I think from Mock Time Toys. I'm gonna make a video out of him. Tar Man, yeah, just a few different figure videos coming that I've been meaning to make. And of course, make sure you come back and join us for the Saturday night streams. They've been a lot of fun. It's so far typically been me, Mark of Horror, and Cadaver Club. But so far we've had on Project Ellsworth, Drew from Hey Isn't That Devon Graham. We had Jason from Horrific Nightmares on there one night. Andrew Bowen has been on there with us, Sean Blue Digital. But me and Mark and Ben from Cadaver Club are kind of the regular three. So, and we'll keep that going for a little while. I try to have us a topic to focus on. A lot of them so far suggested by a friend who likes to watch the stream and give us things to talk about. But mostly it's just general discussion among people who enjoy horror movies. So yeah, we just let our minds wander and take the conversation where it goes. So, and with that, it's like 12:30 here, so I think I'm done. And you can tell I'm getting talkative and rambling, and that's kind of the way the streams end up going too. So anyway, I'm gonna stop there. Everybody stay safe, stay smart, stay healthy, like and subscribe if you haven't, and like I always say, come back and see me. I'll talk to you later. Thanks.